Did you know the loss of a single trial can cause the demise of a prosecutor's career? Marcia Clark is a perfect example of this. Marcia Clark was the lead prosecutor on the O.J. Simpson trial. And if you're wondering what the O.J. Simpson trial is, it is a trial about a black man who's tried for the murder of his ex-wife and also his neighbor slash waiter that was bringing home glasses. In this trial, there was many cases of police misconduct, DNA issues, and race issues. There was, for example, DNA that was found at the scene could not be used because it was left in a vehicle overnight. Instead of being processed, there was a glove that was tried on that had been dried and no longer fit. There was a cop who was a very blatant racist who happened to be one of the lead detectives on the case. And this whole case was televised. The entire television show, like, it was on 8 hours a day, all day. And people would watch this trial and see all this information that was being brought and then have it disregarded. Marcia Clark was in charge of this prosecution, and once they lost this case, she fell into a deep depression. She ended up losing her entire career and becoming a famous novelist. A trial is set up in the way that there's a judge, and then there's like 10, 12 people set together, which is called the jury of your peers. There is the defense team, which is defending the defendant, which is the person accused of the crimes. And then there is the prosecution, which are the people who are basically defending the people's case or the victims. And so what they do is people will come onto the stand and they will be asked questions from both sides, and then the jury has to decide beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant is guilty. If the defendant is found guilty, then he is sentenced to however long he's sentenced. If he is free, he can go on to live his life. There was many issues along the way of this trial, and because of it, Marcia lost her long, well-earned career that she had worked for and decided to because of trauma she experienced as a child. When she was a child, she was raped, and so she ended up becoming a prosecutor to try and prosecute people who have committed crimes and need to be sentenced and put away. She wanted to help the public. I found my information on EBSCO. I used many websites, and then I also used lawjrank.org. Thank you.